You might be wondering about the practical application of viewport width or viewport height. As a best practice, I wouldn't recommend using these on your actual site elements like text widgets or image widgets. Instead, I suggest reserving viewport width and viewport height for container elements, such as assigning a viewport height to a section. Let's look at an example. When we preview the site, we notice that the next section is encroaching on the hero section, which is not a bad thing, but some clients you're working with may not want this. If you need to change this behavior so that only the hero section is visible, you might want to assign a viewport value to this area. Remember, viewport width and viewport height are calculated based on the size of the viewport. With that in mind, how can we get both the header and the hero section to always take up 100% of the viewport regardless of the screen size? Currently, if we shrink the browser, you'll notice that our main hero image gets cut off. And if we make the browser bigger, then the section right below starts to peek out. Remember, for this example, we want to avoid that. If we want both the header and the hero section to take up the entire viewport, that means both elements need to take up 100% of the viewport collectively. What happens if we assign a height of 100 viewport to our hero section? When we preview, we no longer see the section below encroaching on the hero section, which is what we want. But now, you need to scroll down a bit to see the remainder of the hero section, and this we do not want. Why did that happen? This is because we've instructed this entire section to take up 100% of the viewport in height. However, we also have the size of the header that's being added on top. So this section's height is being instructed to take up 100% of the viewport, but when you preview the site, there's an additional 100 pixels being added by the header, causing us to have to scroll a bit down to see the full hero section. To avoid this, we need to account for any other elements that might be present. Let's go ahead and adjust the height of the header to, let's say, 10 viewport. But now, since the header is taking up 10 viewport, the section can no longer occupy the full 100 viewport. It should be adjusted to 90 because 90 plus 10 equals 100. Now, when we preview this, we'll see that the section is perfectly aligned with the bottom. As you rescale the size of your browser, notice that this section is always the only thing that gets shown. You could probably add a bit of padding here to create more space. But at least now, the section below is no longer visible.